Greetings! In 1979, Dennis Starkovich sent me some information. I recorded the following, one of 600 vignettes I did during that period that captured ideas, personalities, and events in Silicon Valley. In 2018, Dennis contacted me to say thank you for me having given him this shout-out. I told him I was happy to have done that and would be glad to help in any way I can. He asked me to reread the following. Report number 170. This is Technology Update. John Joss reporting from Silicon Valley, world headquarters of the 21st century. Can technology help human life? For those who see high technology as a destroyer, here's an unusual story from K-Pen listener Dennis Starkovich of Palo Alto. Dennis uses the so-called PERT CPM, or critical path method of planning, to do all sorts of problem solving. He's a management consultant, but a very hip one. Dennis's network analyses have been applied to all the traditional businesses for scientific and management problem solving. Also, happily, to schoolroom learning to help teachers and students tackle short and long-term problems in, would you believe, kindergarten. The resulting network is one of the most charming and provocative documents I've seen in ages. It's identical in concept to approaches used by high-technology companies to build new plants, launch new products, and put men on the moon. But perhaps the most interesting and personal example that Dennis sent me is a network of the movements used in Tai Chi, the well-known Oriental exercise, meditation, and dance concept. If you'd like to learn more about these analytical methods, call Dennis at his Palo Alto office. He's a professional and technologist, but one with a lot of heart. I thank him for giving me the word to pass on to you. I'm John Joss. Radio station K-Pen, Los Altos, California, 1979. The concept of IdeaGram is the brainchild of Dennis Starkovich. The word was conceived in 2011 as a description of the charts and outlines of the written material developed by Dennis over the years from 1975 to the present. The intent was to look for a word that augmented and/or replaced network diagram, network analysis, or chart as a description of the graphic visual process and material that has been developed over the years. The unique aspect of the IdeaGram charts as prepared and presented is that they succinctly and graphically extract the core ideas from a narrative by visually and legibly diagramming the material in a logical sequence. Dennis took two common project analysis techniques used in his work to begin to create ideagrams. The techniques are known as PERT, Program Evaluation and Review Technique, which is milestone-oriented, and CPM, Critical Path Method, which is activity-oriented. They have been uniquely applied to creative and intellectual subjects in a novel manner, as suggested by John Joss in 1979. He's used these techniques in his company to plan and organize large-scale construction and management projects in the traditional manner. Dennis found these methods to be equally effective when used for personal reflection, planning, goal-setting, problem recognition, definition, and problem-solving. Dennis defines IdeaGram as a uniquely evolutionary approach to thinking, concentrating, and developing visual diagrams to convey the inherent wisdom and content of concepts and narrative material. As such, an ideagram is a reflection of a series of thoughts in a diagrammatic format. Words can, by their very nature, tend to cover up ideas. An ideagram is an effort to deconstruct the core content of a story, narrative, or thesis. In Dennis's words,
as a university student in the late 60s and early 70s, I experienced lucid visionary perspectives, but had difficulty communicating my insights to others. Maintaining an overview orientation fascinated me in both abstract subjects and in physical construction projects. I experienced a certain amount of what might be called technophobia, and distanced myself from the so-called white-collar conservative walking alongside me on the street. At the same time, I was attracted by the potential of the computer and space-age technology being developed. In 1972, I was introduced to the PERT CPM network diagramming method, and I realized resistance was no longer needed. At first, I applied this method to facilitate management planning for construction projects. In a traditional manner, I soon began to apply it to all aspects of my life. I found that through this process, the most complex problems were efficiently illuminated. Strategies for reaching long-term goals were easily expressed, and the most challenging learning project could be reflected in a roadmap that could be defined and followed step by step. Use of this process and these techniques changed not only the way I was able to communicate my vision to myself and others, but it also changed my entire way of meeting life challenges. It has created a path of both joy and success, without underestimating the fact that I have had to deal with all the trials and tribulations that we as human beings are destined to experience in our lifetimes.
To recap, the concept of IdeaGram should be understood as a spectrum that has progressed from traditional business and management problem-solving solutions to a range of analytic approaches to the study and presentation of a wide range of ideas and narratives, from education, martial arts, psychology, literature, medicine, and philosophy. IdeaGrams have unlimited creative as well as professional applications. They are useful in all areas of new learning, self-improvement, planning, time management, and education. They provide us with a new model for creatively mapping any project, goal, or understanding. In the background of this introductory presentation, we have shown a number of charts to give you an idea of the scope and content of the material. A couple of our favorites are the charts on Tai Chi martial arts exercises and the chart on life phases. There are a great many more immediately available for viewing and downloading on the website ideagram.co.